Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the recap and review of NCIS Season 13, Episode 21, Return to Sender. So this episode starts out with the dead body already in the coffin. Because we have so many dang things to fit into this arc, let's just save some time. We move to the subplot of this episode, which involves McGee and Delilah looking for a new place. There's this one line about new place, new life, new goals, personal evolution, and I'm wondering if that's gonna tie into Tony's arc at all. Speaking of Tony, let's talk about his apartment. Compared to all of these incredibly high prices of living in the surrounding area, Tony's place is really cheap. McGee and Bishop are trying to figure out why. So then they go to the crime scene and they're trying to figure out why this woman was living and then died in this box. But considering the prices of living we just discussed, I think I can see why. And then Fornell shows up and Bishop's like, why are we all here? To introduce the arc, of course. Silly. Turns out it was part of a prison escape. Yikes. Back at NCIS, we continue to build upon how much I love McGee and Bishop's friendship. Bishop and McGee's friendship has just been getting stronger, and I love it so much. I love McGee and his friendships this season, but I especially love theirs. And him and DiNozzo's. But that's on a bro level at this point. But I think Bishop and McGee's friendship is just so wonderful. Fornell teaches Gibbs how to use Tinder. An unexpected plotline of season 13. Everyone's just all up in Tony's apartment. We're running out of time, so we're just gonna put everyone in the apartment as frequently as possible. Yes. So Vance is doing a juice cleanse, but he's on the way to pick up his morning donut. It's his cheat thing. And then we're introduced to some of the side effects of the juice cleanse, like irritability, fatigue, kidnapping, hunger. Senior's relationship with Bishop in this episode is just a little weird. The fact that Senior makes Bishop go on a date with him in order to get information, and then he never ends up giving her the information, is very old school Senior in a way that I don't necessarily like. Especially after the whole, him being a father figure to this other woman. It's certainly an interesting side plot we just threw in there, but it's definitely a little strange. Fornell calls McGee a nickname, and McGee's like, I thought that name had died, and Fornell goes, you mean when my wife did? Oh no! Apparently there was a triple homicide in DiNozzo's apartment. This seems to still deeply unsettle him. There's this weird, distant, disturbed look in his eye as they're discussing this in the elevator. I mean, he is living in a murder house, but he could also be living in a casket, so... I mean, it is cheap. McGee says when you sell it, you don't have to tell them because enough time has passed. I thought it was interesting that they said when instead of if. And I get that, DiNozzo's probably not going to be living there into his 90s, but every plotline for this finale that I have in my mind involves him moving. So, Fornell's still getting hit up with texts. Gibbs keeps asking who it is it Courtney this time? No. Rita? No. We're about to make our way through the entire Mambo number 5 before we finally get to the root of the issue. Fornell is wondering if it's too soon to move on after Diane. I think they kind of established that enough time has passed. Turns out the prison guard was in on it. It was basically the guard and then 2 British spies, and then there was kind of a love affair happening between the prison guard and one of the spies, so she was helping them, and it all kind of fell apart and she died. The other spy is after NCIS because they apparently killed his wife. When one of the spies kidnapped Vance, who is fine by the way, I forgot to mention that, they got him, he's cool. When he kidnapped Vance, he used one of Vance's cards to get into the system to see who was involved in this mission that ended up killing his wife, and it turns out that Tom Morrow orchestrated it. Gibbs and Fornell run to his house, and his wife opens the door. He's like, no, he's in the back room just writing his book, but I think the book's gonna have a little bit of a cliffhanger because he's dead. He's been murdered. Shot through the window. He is gone. Oh no. That was Return to Sender. It left on a nice old to-be-continued note. Very interested to see where this arc takes us. Very excited to talk to you guys for the spoilers and theories video for Homefront, which will be the subsequent episode following this one. So I'm gonna wrap this video up and I will see you guys for the spoilers and theories for Homefront.